If we leave it open-ended...
Opinion is divided whether or not state officers should cease holding positions in political parties or if the provision should be applicable after the next general election. Prime Minister Raila Odinga has publicly differed with Implementation Commission Chairman Charles Nyachae, stating that provisions of the old constitution continue to regulate the current cabinet, whose ministers were elected or nominated to parliament.
The persons occupying the offices of the Vice President and Deputy Prime Minister, or holding a position in the cabinet or as an assistant minister immediately before the effective date shall continue to serve in accordance with the former constitution.
I don't consider myself a state officer. I'm a servant of born people. They elected me. And when they elected me, I was Secretary General of my political party. They have not removed me from that office. And I think my removal will be done by the Constitution after the next election.
If on top of that you are also an appointed state officer like a cabinet minister or an assistant minister, then it is still our position that that requires that you relinquish one of those positions.
Center for Multi-Party Democracy Chairman Justin Muturi has dismissed sentiments by the Prime Minister and Justice Minister Mutula Kilonzo, stating that the two are misinterpreting sections of the Constitution and misleading Kenyans.
And in fact, I think the Attorney General of this Republic and the Minister for Justice are doing this country a lot of disservice by clinging and hinging their interpretation of Article 77(2) merely on the use of the word appointed.
Article 77 Section 2 of the Constitution says that any appointed state officer shall not hold office in a political party. The political parties bill currently before the House equally proposes that a state officer shall not be eligible to hold office in a political party. Chapter 6 on leadership and integrity, where Article 77 requires state officers not to hold party positions, and the fact that the article has not been reviewed. The clause came into effect from the date at which the Constitution was promulgated.
There are very many people who can lead political parties. And I think to the extent that this Constitution now, for the first time, recognizes political parties as institutions of democratic public governance, we must respect the letter and the spirit of this Constitution.
Apart from ministers and MPs, parastatal chiefs and civil servants are also barred by the Constitution from holding party positions. Muturi says that those who have already been elected party officials in the recent party elections should quit and stop hiding under the cover of transitional clauses. Shem Oluchiri, KTN Prime.